Hello friends, I'm Mikita.
A few moments later.
Today is a day 2 of my challenge to go from 0 to 10k MRR in just 108 days. As I mentioned yesterday, I'm posting content daily to prove that this is possible. But today I want to press pause on revenue numbers. I want to talk about why. Why did I choose these specific ideas? Neither of my current product was created just to make money. They were built because I had problems I couldn't solve with current available solutions. This is a story. Let's start with Askesis. Why did I choose this idea? It actually started last year. One of my partners suggested I take a challenge. 108 days without cigarettes. Now, to be honest, I tried to quit before, many times. But previously, I could only survive a week, maybe 2. Why? Because I was trying to quit forever. And when your brain hears forever, it panics. It feels like a prison. But this time, it was different. It was just 108 days. It was a time-bound challenge, an askesis. And because it was a game with a finish line, it worked. I lasted the full 108 days. There is a philosophy here. When you perform askesis, you make a bet with yourself. You imagine the prize. For me, it was internal calm. But the stakes are high. If you fail the challenge, you don't just lose the game. You lose trust in yourself. Your internal state becomes worse than when you started. It's your own private brain game that actually works. That brings us to right now. I'm not just selling you my app. I'm surviving on it. The reason I'm here talking to you on day 2 because I set up a new askesis. 108 days of daily content to reach 10k MRR. I realized that a simple calendar grid wasn't enough. I needed to see days left. I needed to see progress bar. I needed to visualize the finish line to keep my discipline. I'm using my own tool to prove that if you have a discipline to execute in 108 days, you can change your reality. Whether that is quitting a habit or building a business from scratch. So that covers discipline. But what about business? Why is consulting is the second part of my goal. I've been an entrepreneur in tech in over 10 years. And looking back, I realize how incredibly difficult it was to collect real actionable knowledge on how to do things right. I've been through startup accelerators. I had mentors. I've paid consultant for specific things like onboarding flow or paywalls. But here was a problem. It was never the full picture. Sometimes the advice was irrelevant. For example, you get a mentor who runs a big company. You ask him about your startup and he or she gives you a vision. They tell you just hire the right people and delegate. In this picture of the world, it's simple. But when you are a solo founder like me, or you have a tiny team, that is useless advice. You are doing 90% of the work yourself. You are in the trenches. When you are that deep in the work, you lose perspective. You can't see the obvious things anymore. You struggle to find leverage points. You can't see the bottleneck because you are the bottleneck. And I lived in this frustration. I remember feeling that everything was difficult, that there was absolutely no way to change direction. And that is why I consult now. I realized that small founders don't need a vision from a guy in ivory tower. They need someone who understands the chaos of a small team. They need someone to look in their system and say, stop doing that, do this. And here is your leverage. I offer this service because I know how important is to have someone help you find your direction when you are lost in the execution. So that is the strategy for this challenge. Askesis provides the internal discipline, which is why I'm posting this video today. Consulting provides the external direction, so you don't waste your energy running the wrong way. I'm on this journey to prove that this combination works. And if you want to join me on this timeline, download Askesis to track your own goals. And if you are a founder feeling stuck in the trenches, check the link in the description for my consulting. Thank you for watching day 2. I'll see you tomorrow. Ciao!